Hello everybody, it's Stam from the Greek Philosophy channel, enjoying his first day back home to Greece, specifically in the Peloponnese. I don't know how clear the picture is because I'm filming this from a waterproof camera, so I don't know whether you can see it properly or not, or whether you can see the background properly. I'm actually in the sea enjoying my first bath in the Greek Sea for after what, 5-6 years? I've missed the sea so much. So the background, this is where I stayed at my dad's and his girlfriend's place. There's the house there, Greek flag in the background, I don't know if you can see it. And the sun is about to set behind me, maybe in the next half hour, 40 minutes or so. The water is just amazing. It's not hot, it's not cold, it's just the right temperature. So I've enjoyed well, I arrived about 9:45 yesterday, the 15th of September, in Athens airport, and I took the metro as quickly as possible to meet some friends in Athens from the official LFC Greek Supporters Club to watch, or try to watch, whatever is left from the second half of the last night's Champions League game between Liverpool and Milan. And it was 2-2 when I arrived, and I enjoyed Handel's third goal. So that was a great start to my holidays. And this morning I arrived at my dad's. I'm going to spend a week here just chilling, and I'm hoping to give you a lot of videos and photos to make you jealous. And let's see what else. Yeah, just 7 days, then 2-3 days to visit some other members of my family, cousins and uncles and aunties in another part of Greece, and then back to Liverpool. But I've already booked my tickets for Christmas, and I'm spending Christmas, hopefully, COVID permitting, in Crete this year with my sister and her family there. So expect a lot more recipes and videos there. But for the time being, this water is amazing. I like the saltiness of it. I think I've put way too much weight during COVID because all of my swim trunks were not fitting properly. So I resolved to using one that is way too big for me. So at least nobody's here at the moment, because the minute I jumped into the sea, it almost fell off me. So I ended up doing a bit of streaking, but nobody was around. So yes, this is a very quiet area. No one is around. It's not touristy at all. But the size, if you see, the size of the coast is like almost, I think it was around 12 miles or something like that. All sandy. Just a few houses there, no tourists around. So this is really the retreat I wanted. Just to chill, enjoy, and recharge the batteries. So where is the sun going? Yeah, it's going to take a little bit more than I thought. I was planning to give you a view of a sunset from inside the water, but that's okay. There's plenty of time to do that.
Lunchtime, day 2, and today we are having roast chicken, Greek roast chicken.
Roast chicken with lemon potatoes.
Lemon
potatoes with lemon and orange.
So, in case you want to see it. some light Greek lunch for 3 people. Roast chicken with lemon potatoes. And a nice cold potato salad.
And green salad.
Greens, fresh from our garden. And some nice red wine, locally produced. Okay guys, I'm gonna switch it off now and enjoy it. Right, so Tula is gonna show you how to make a really nice Greek halva. Very easy to make, very quick. So let's see.
We'll put semolina, I don't know how to...
Semolina.
Semolina. But it's got...
Is it fine semolina or
no,
hard?
thick
semolina.
So we'll put 1.5 cup of semolina into vegetable oil.
Okay.
1 cup of 3/4 of a cup vegetable oil, 1.5 cup semolina, and we have to put that into the pan to put the oil first. Put the semolina, 1.5 cup salt. And you stir that till it browns. Put a little bit of cinnamon in here. And then 2 cups of sugar. If you don't want it too sweet, you put 1.5 cup. I don't want it too sweet. And then you stir that to the sugar it melts. And that's brown. And you put a little bit of cinnamon. I don't have measuring, you just put a little bit of cinnamon. About 2 teaspoonfuls. Then you put some more after. Then you put in that 1, 2, 3, 4 cups of water, boiling water. Slowly. Careful because that heat. When you put the water in your cup because you can burn yourself. spills all over. Slowly. Until that's thickened, you put some more water. And I put 2 vanilla in there. You stir it quite a bit so that can be a little brownish color. See how it's thickened? See how that's thickened?
Yes.
It's getting thick, and when it's thick, you put some more water. But you have to put all 4 cups. If you think it's not, it doesn't absorb the liquid that much, you put a little less water. It's easy, very easy. Sweet. Giorgo, come here for a minute. Ella, come here. Stir that because I have to break some walnuts and almonds. Ναι, να το γυρίσεις. Then you do about 1 cup almonds and walnuts.
1 cup of almonds
Almonds and walnuts.
and walnuts.
Together. You crush and you can mix it.
Ακόμα θα περάσει. Ωραία, αυτό καίει.
Γεια σου, πάτερ.
Πετσιλάει.
Μιλάς. Μιλάς, θα Just some almonds and walnuts. Not too thin, just a little bit. So you can taste that. You can have it in your mouth like. Okay. Άστο σε μένα.
Δεν θα έχεις αυτό μέσα. Θα το έχεις.
Έχουμε και το μάγειρα εδώ. Yes.
Θα το φέρω.
Yes.
Έλα.
Πού ρε παιδί. Όλα, βάλ' τα μέσα. Εντάξει. And you have to stir that till it gets really, not yet, till it gets really, really thick. You're doing that.
Θα το ταράσω εγώ.
Εσύ καίγεσαι λες. Έλα, πιάσε αυτό με το τέτοιο, έτσι.
Άλλο.
Τίποτα άλλο. bit of more cinnamon because I didn't measure it really. But I assume περίπου 2 teaspoonfuls.
Καλά, φτάνει, Πώς θα κάνει να θα ρίξεις, φτάνει.
Δεν βγάζει αυτό που λέει. Μην το γυρίσεις πολύ αυτό.
Θα σβηνώ.
No! Can you react? You gotta stir it about 15 minutes. About 15 minutes. You stir it till it's thick and really good, so you can put it in the form. Αυτό είναι το καλπάσι. You do that about, I don't know, I would say 15 minutes, so it can brown a little more. You gotta do it in low fire, so one you can burn it and spoil it. So you gotta stand on top of the top. 1, 2, 3 είναι αυτό. 1 oil. I put a little less oil. I don't want it too oily.
1 oil, 2 semolina, 3 water.
No, 1.5 I put.
Okay.
4 water. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
That's all it is. You can do olive oil, but it doesn't get as light. It's kind of heavy. See, it starts browning. Or it starts sticking down to the pan. You have to finish it. You don't want it to get burned. See? It starts getting into the edges. See? It's ready now. And then we'll put it in a form. Leave it there. It doesn't, it's a silicone, it doesn't, but I always do that. It takes 20 minutes to make that.
these things that have been washed careful. It's like, oh, no, it's not your fault. But when I left, everything was perfect. Oh, maybe I need to speak to your chief scientist about finding out if giving a shit.
Scientists have been promoted to be their own.
Okay, we don't have a lot of time. You have 3 situations to examine. You understand?
See, the oil is coming out, eh? It's coming out.
It was a gas explosion. We all watched that on telly. Alright, okay. Just believe in that. I, on the other hand, have a mystery that I'd like to solve, and everyone does solve. Feel free to join me. Or not.
Then if you want, you can put some almonds or walnuts. Just cut them big pieces and put them in the middle.
Baby, job comes first. Same with you.
No, that's not true. No, I have priorities, and you are my priority. Come on.
Come on, let's figure it out.
I mean, why do they always have to be sneaking around? Come on, let's do this.
You can't. Against the rules. Because your job comes first.
Okay. But I went.
See? God does not hurt you.
Yeah, hello? Max, Jim. Tell me you're not in Hong Kong.
You can put it in a little pan too, but I like it that way.
No, you're lucky to be alive. I'm not so sure that was the cause. No, don't follow. The satellite sensor should be clear. I checked over a dozen times. I don't understand. We both have twins. Exactly. And the only people that have the to watch. I'm gonna build a new one. Wait, what do you mean? Somebody's covering up the defense. There's potential for critical failure on a global scale. Touch point is a catastrophic failure. You can create something. Well, listen, the very thing we're trying to prevent. What we call a geostorm. Wait, slow down, Shang. All right, a what? Geostorm. Simultaneous catastrophic weather events triggered all over the globe. Once they pass the mental threshold, like chain reaction, until they merge together. It's gotta be a clue.
You push it down quite a bit so it can stay still. You can cut the slices afterwards.
You can't stay.
Oh, I didn't call.
The rain or snow or blue night.
Find it, that's the Postal Service. Where the...
Taste it. Taste it.
Oh, the best.
And it's very healthy. As a sweet, it's very healthy. It's a little sweet enough. I don't want it more sweet. That's why I keep the sugar a little bit.
It's lovely.
About half a cup of sugar I keep it. And then when it's kind of cold, you push it down with your fingers. See, I put 3/4 of a cup oil, and look at this. But it's going to absorb it through the night. You let it cool, and you put it in the cooler, and you put it in a platter tomorrow morning.
Cool.
Yeah, so you get a bit cool.
We're gonna film tomorrow morning how we.
Yeah, I'll put. Yeah, you can eat it tomorrow morning. It's really healthy sweet, and you do it quickly. Πέταξε το παχαίρι.
I'm sorry, I'm sitting here defending the free world against state operators and cyber killers, but Grandma is not fixing his phone.
That's going to be in the bottom tomorrow, but when it's hot, you can put some more of these. Walnuts, whatever you have, or almonds. I like mixed.
I am loud.
If you don't have it, you put one. Walnuts. Or you can put the very expensive, actually.
It looks like
The...
vanilla line disruption, bad server relayer.
Πώς τα λέμε τα κουκουνάρια?
Pine.
Pine.
Pine seeds.
Pine seeds. You can put pine seeds, but they're very expensive. I don't. That's it.
Cool.
That's it. That's it. Done. There you go.
Way.
Κάτσε να βάλουμε για την ελίτσα και λίγα βιδαλάκια.
Κομμάτι. Κομμάτι.
All your horses.
Τρώει. Τι είναι αυτό?
Να βάλω λίγο έτσι. Decor.
Ωραία, δες και ντεκόρ τώρα.
Βέβαια.
Κόψε αυτό το από εδώ.
Εντάξει.
Ναι. Δεν φας.
Μπορείς.
Ναι, εσύ δεν φας.
Δεν
θες.
Μετά. Δες τι όμορφο είναι. Δεν χρειάζεται ψυγείο αυτό. Really. Το βάζω για να κρυώσει, αλλά δεν το έβαλα, το άφησα overnight.
Today we're showing another recipe, Greek pie. We're making a pie. It's not a specific pie. Basically, we're using ingredients, leftovers, etc. from other dishes that we've made in the previous days. But it's a very versatile one. You know, if you have anything left over in the fridge and you don't know what to do with it, you just make a nice pie and you eat it with your friends and family. So without further ado, I'm just going to pass you on to Tula, our chef today, to show you the ingredients and how we make that pie. Let's go. So we're gathering our ingredients here. So we've got our short crust pastry. Is it about half a kilo? What do you think, Tula?
Δεν ξέρω, 2 leaves, we'll get it.
Two large leaves. So
one on the bottom, one on top.
okay. So personally, if I was in England, I would get like a kilo of short crust pastry and divide it into 2 large sheets and spread them. We have some butter, some crumbled feta cheese. So as I said, I'm not giving you exact amounts because it's just leftovers from previous days. Now this is a courgette mix. We did some courgette fritters the other day. So what you have here is grated courgettes mixed with eggs, fresh parsley, fresh spearmint, fresh dill, some breadcrumbs, olive oil, salt, pepper to season. We use some other spices as well. But you know, you can do a mix, or you can have your own mix from making ingredients. You know,
mostly
like
we use fresh. Πώς τα λέμε τα μυρωδικά. Mint, like fresh parsley. And
or as try to use as fresh ingredients as possible, because you don't want to use low quality or frozen stuff.
no,
We've also have some semi-hard pasteurized cheese made of cow's milk, which Tula here is grating. And the other cheese here, you can see like little snow, is Mizithra cheese.
it's an salted but not as tough. Not as
Yes, it's a salted cheese. I've showed you in previous videos that we've made Mizithra pastries. So we have obviously extra virgin olive oil. It's the must have. So we're getting our mixing bowl to mix everything.
Αυτό μόνο, όχι τα άλλα θα τα ρίξω από πάνω. Τι θέλω τώρα, θέλω το τυρί αυτό.
In goes the feta. And some more leftover feta that we found in our table. So as I said, in this recipe we're using leftovers from previous dinners and lunches. So we had some feta cheese left, some of the mix for the courgette fritters, 3 eggs.
No, a little more. I put about 4.
Okay, 4 eggs in there.
Αλλά δεν το σκέφτηκα. Θα κάνω πίτα. Πιο καλά το τυρανιτά.
Add some salt. So the butter has warmed up outside at room temperature, so we're just coating
Λέω καλά το φούρνο μου σε αυτό.
coating the
Να βάλω λίγο χαρτί
dish
από
with
κάτω,
butter.
νομίζω, στο μπάρο. Τι λες.
Πάμε ωραία.
Μήπως να σκάει το φύλλο, δεν το πολύ ξέρω αυτό το φύλλο.
Ναι.
Να τους πάει τα νεύρα από μέσα αυτό. Εσύ πώς είναι. Α, ένα είναι αυτό. Όχι, δύο.
Όχι, ένα είναι.
Ένα είναι. Όχι, ρε παιδί μου, είναι δύο. Νο.
Όχι, όχι.
Α, τι μας.
Είναι χοντρό.
Τώρα.
Έχουμε κανένα...
Έχω κι άλλο, αλλά δεν πω το ξεπαγώσει.
Ναι.
Αυτό θα πρέπει να κάνω.
Βάζεις το πρώτο κάτω, τα υλικά και το βάζεις στο ψυγείο μέχρι να παγώσει. Now in case you're worried that the pastry might get stuck while baking in the dish, you can use a parchment paper to cover the bottom and then put the first pastry. And that way it doesn't get burned, it doesn't get stuck in the bottom.
Πρέπει να βάλω μεγαλύτερο αυτό.
Τι μεγαλύτερο? Dish.
Πειράξει.
Εντάξει, θα βγει πιο παχύ η πίτα.
Ωραία.
Μια χαρά.
Αλάτι. Εντάξει, πες και το τυρί.
Ναι, θα έχει πέσει η φέτα μέσα και η μυζή θα είναι μια χαρά.
Αυτό θα ενημερωθεί κιόλα. Θα ρίξω και άλλα δύο αυγούλια από πάνω τώρα.
We've got double cream.
A little bit of milk too.
So this is 200.
Έδωσε ένα σκατό και βάλαμε στο πάτωμα και μου κολλάει, μου βγήκε όλο. Το γυαλιστικό ήταν χάλια. Το δώσαμε τζάμπα.
200 ml double cream.
Light. Το μέσα. The mess we're making.
Good food has to cause mess in the kitchen, otherwise it's not homemade.
Okay. Αλλά θα βγάλει λιγράκι το κολοκύθι. Πολύ.
Bit of milk as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, just a quarter of a cup really. And virgin olive oil. Drizzles around.
Όχι πολύ, λίγο. Το βάλουμε και στο φύλλο μετά. Απάνω. Και τα αυγά. Και λίγο μισοκάριδο. Εντάξει. Κράστα από πάνω και that's it. Εντάξει.
Ωραία, πάμε.
Okay, the leftover thing, you put it on and then you put the other.
So while our battery ran out, we sort of grated a little bit of nutmeg on top, as you can see.
I have to wait for the other.
Κολλή, έλα εδώ. Έλα εδώ, ρε. Έλα εδώ, βρε. Έλα. Έλα, γίνει star, έλα. So, preparation for the lunch. Yes. We're gonna make some rice now. Μιλά στην αυτήν, μην ανησυχείς. Τα λέω τα δικά μου. We need a large pan.
Αλλά πρέπει να ζεστάνω λίγο λαδάκι και λίγο
olive oil.
Ένα λεπτό, να βάλω πρώτα νερό, sorry.
No problem.
Έτοιμο αυτό. Τέρμα.
In the meantime, Dad has prepared some greens. Some greens there. And for all of you that have watched the videos of Greek Kosovo, these are not Greek salads, because there's lettuce and other greens in there. It's just greens, you know, cucumbers, red onions, lettuce. I can see some spring onions as well, red peppers, and the all important extra virgin olive oil. Some feta too.
Αυτό είναι, Γιώργο, μην ανοίγεις όλα τα ψυγεία, εκεί μπροστά σου.
Everyone is working frantically to prepare lunch. Even Goldie. She's overlooking everything is running smoothly in the kitchen. So we are adding butter to the olive oil, yeah?
A spoonful.
So by the looks of it, that's long grain rice.
Yeah.
So that's 2 cups of long grain rice.
Και το έχω βάλει στο θέρμο για να μαλακώσει. Και σε αυτό βάζω και μισή κούπα κρυθαράκι. Okay.
So we're using orzo pasta, about half a cup.
You seal it, and then you put the water. μου, σε παρακαλώ, yes.
Πώς το κεφάλι να το κλείσω?
Ναι. Αυτό είναι extra 15 minutes. Αφού... Θα βάλω εγώ το περάκι να μην πάω.
Δεν πάρεις. Μου χτυπήσεις. Σ' ό,τι εγώ, δεν πάρει. Έλα, θα πάω αυτά έξω.
Pepper to taste.
Δεν θα βάλω... Δεν θα βάλω αλάτι. Τι είναι αυτό. Αυτό τώρα στις δύο κούπες θα πάει 4.5 water.
Okay.
Boiling water.
So for 2 cups of rice, 4.5 cups of water.
2, yeah. Even 5 you can. Θα το δω εγώ πόσο παίρνει. Κατάλαβες.
So we added a stock cube, yeah? Is that chicken stock or?
Yes.
Yeah, chicken stock. But if you're vegetarian, you can use vegetable stock.
Έχω και veggie, αλλά μου έχει δύο.
So that's 2 cups of water, and we're just
Όχι two.
yeah, we're stirring them, and then we add
5
the
θα βάλω.
remaining.
Yeah, you stir it so.
Θα πάρουμε ποτήρια του κρασιού. Σε αυτούς μπερίσα,
Όχι, βέβαια, ό,τι έχει πει.
Γιατί έχω βάλει και πατήρια τη...
Ό,τι θέλεις.
Ό,τι πίνει ένας. Εντάξει,
So we're adding the 4th cup now.
Σταμάτησε πίνει.
Κόκκινο κρασί πίνει, αλλά έχουμε άσπρο τώρα. Να το
Δεν πειράζει.
Ήξερα να σου φέρω.
Δεν πειράζει.
Έχω κόκκινο, αλλά δεν το έχω βάλει
And
στο...
we're gonna add a 5th cup.
Yeah. That's it. Very good. Εντάξει, δεν χρειάζεται. Θα καθαρώ. Το βάλω στο... Λοιπόν.
Και αυτό το αφήνουμε μέχρι να απορροφήσει το υγρό, έτσι.
Θα απορροφήσει, θα του βάλω μια πετσέτα και θα τα αφήσω 10 λεπτά και θα γίνει μια φράτη. Ωραία. Φτάνει, δεν χρειάζεται. Μετά που θα το τελειώσω να αρχίσει να τελειώσω.
Όχι, όχι. Του κάνω βήμα-βήμα γιατί δεν τους ξέρεις αυτές.
Ναι, και πραγματικά πρέπει να ξέρουμε.
Βήμα-βήμα, step by step. Ακόμα και την πετσέτα που βάζεις πρέπει να τους τη δείχνεις.
Ναι.
Σοβαρά, ναι.
Βεβαίως, βεβαίως.
Θα τα αφήσω με λίγο ζουμάκι
Okay.
για να μην αυτό και αυτό θα το πιει. Και μετά θα βάλω μια πετσέτα. Θα 13 λεπτά.
Να ρίξει τον ατμό.
Θα ρίξει τον ατμό που έχει. Και αυτό.
Μας το βάζει να το έχουν γίνει.
Άμα μπεις στο YouTube και κάνεις search γκρικόσοφι, όχι φιλόσοφοι, γκρικόσοφι, θα στο βγάλει κατευθείαν.
Δεν έχει ξύλι πολύ πολλά.
Ωραία.
Μην αγωνεύει καθόλου.
Αυτό το έπαιξε τώρα. Δεν έβαλα αλάτι επειδή είναι... Δεν τρώτε και πολύ αλάτι. Βλέπεις πόσο φοβερό το βγάζω. Εντάξει, αυτό σε 10-15 λεπτά είναι εντάξει, να σερβίρουμε.
Τέλεια.
Να βρω και το πιάτο που θα σερβίρω στο τέλος. Al dente.
The rice is ready.
Και θα βάλουμε και λίγη σαλσούλα. Εντάξει.
Ναι, κάνω δουλειά σου.
Θα το βάλω στο αυτό τώρα.
Εδώ το βάζεις,
Ναι, πάρ' το εδώ.
Φέρω και κοντά.
Ναι. Thank you. Ωραία.
Τι μου λες, να βάλει
Τώρα αυτό το γαρνίζεις, το βάζεις σε φόρμα μα θέλεις και ρίχνεις κάτι άλλο.
κουνέλι στο πυρέξι.
Ναι. Το κουνέλι εκεί, στο μεγάλο.
Το φέρω εδώ το πυρέξι.
Ναι, μάνα, μια. Ακριβώς. Ο πατέρας τρελαίνεται για αυτό το ρύζι.
Να τα βάλεις εσύ.
Ναι.
Να το βάλω. Θα βάλω το κουνέλι από εδώ και το κρεμμύδι χωριστά.
Να το πιάσεις με κάτι,
Περίμενε, κάτσε.
να με λιώσει γιατί είναι λιωμένο το κουνέλι.
Ναι, θα βάλω τα κρεμμύδια πρώτα.
Οκ. Θες το πυρούνι να τα πιάσεις καλύτερα. Ένα-ένα. Έχουν γίνει λιώμα. Να βρε Γιώργο, περίμενα έτσι με το... Εντάξει, κάνε τι θες. Το ψωμί το έβγαλες έξω.
Όχι ακόμα.
Πού είναι κάτω εκεί.
Από κάτω, ναι. Θα το βγάλω, άσε να πάμε το φαΐ πρώτα.
Κάνε λίγο πιο πέρα το κοράκι σου.
Να βάλεις όσο είναι αυτό, όσο είναι μαλακό, γιατί δεν είναι όλο.
Μετά τώρα όλα.
Έχω βάλει και παγωμένα τώρα.
Όλα είναι μαλακά σου λέω. Αυτό τα πιάνω, δεν τα βλέπω.
Το πάω έξω,
Για κάτσε να το τραβήξω μία. We're following the bread. Το βάλουμε στη μέση. Ευχαριστώ πολύ.
Είναι φαγητό που τρώγεται το ψωμάκι. Να το ήθελα να βάλει. Να τελειώσει και το καλαθάκι. Δύο θα φάει ο καθένας.
Να μου κάνει νερό να άνοιξε τώρα. Εσάς θα σας φέρω παγωμένα ποτήρια με μπύρα. Έτσι. Και η ζαχαριλίζα δεν το έχει. Έχει κι άλλο μέσα. Εγώ είμαι ριζοφάγος.
Θέλεις κι άλλο.
Βάλει κι άλλο. Πάω να φέρω κι άλλο. Εντάξει.
Και το ρύζι σου. Φτάνει πολλά τσάντα, δύο λαγί.
Αλέκο θέλει ριζάκι.
Ναι, ρώσα μου μια κουταλίτσα.
Δεν τα θυμάσαι. Όχι, δεν τα θυμάσαι. Πανέβαινα σαν πάνω το Κατερίνα να αφήσαμε για το χωριό. Από εδώ και από εκεί εγώ θα ακούσει και ζήσατε.
Κάτι θες χαρβά.
Μπορεί να έλεγε, να θες.
Ναι. Κάτσε εδώ.
Όχι, δεν θέλω τίποτα.
Το ζεστάθηκες, είπες κρασί πολύ για εκείνο.
Αφού έκανα σίκο ρε παιδιά.
Δεν είχαν φραγκώσει.
Τα τελευταία μου.
Εγώ δεν έχω δει δαμάσια στη Λαϊκή, ρε παιδιά.
Τώρα αρχίσω.
Και είναι ωραία.
Ας σου δώσουμε λίγα σπίτι σου.
It's now day 4 of my trip back to Greece, and I have been a bit absent with my posts, and I know that to a lot of you in previous videos, when I was doing videos back to the UK, I promised that when I return to Greece, I will show you a lot of places, a lot of things, a lot of recipes, and I have to apologize in advance because on this trip I am just doing absolutely nothing. And the reason for that, it's not an excuse, it's the actual reason, but let me come here because the sun is reflected, so let me have a nice background here. I hope you can see the background there. So basically I've returned back home to Greece after 6 whole years of absence. Last time I visited my family was in August 2015. I didn't visit in 2016, and then 2017, 18, 19 I was way too busy with the Greekosophy, the restaurant, and the Anfield stall. And once those closed towards the end of 2019, and I had the time to visit Greece, COVID appeared, so for the next year and a half or so I couldn't. So after 6 years I felt that my first visit to Greece had to be sort of a total clean, total reboot, where, you know, similar to when your computer is full of programs that slow it down, full of files that you no longer need, full of cookies and all that, and you haven't done sort of a good cleanup for years and years, and you just want to press this big reboot button to do a total cleanup of your computer so it can run faster and better. Similar to me, after 6 years of absence in Greece, so many things have happened in those 6 years. I felt that I just needed to, you know, go to a place that I will just do absolutely nothing, enjoy the peace and the quiet, reboot. Basically, and this is the place, and this is why I have not been as thorough and as regular with my updates and my vlogs about Greece. As I said to you in my previous video, my dad lives in this part of the Peloponnese, Western Peloponnese, that is just like a beach, almost 18 miles long, sandy, but it's not very busy at all. It has some busy parts, but the parts where we are staying is absolutely no hotels, no restaurants, no bars, no people whatsoever. There's only a few sparingly houses of locals living in the area. So basically you don't hear any sound of cars or of people or nothing whatsoever. The only sound, as you most probably have seen in previous videos, is the sound of the waves smashing in the sandy beach, and that's it. That is the sound that you hear morning, evening, afternoon, totally. So I don't know about you, but the sound of the sea sort of calls me intensely. This is the sound that I grew up with. I grew up in a place by the sea. From an early age I spent my days swimming in the sea, and this is one of the most important things that I've missed while in the UK, because I know the UK does have seas, but it's just not the same as the Mediterranean. It's not as clean, it's not as warm, and I just, you know, it's my home. So you can buy a house, but you can never buy a home, and for me, Greece is always my home. So apologies that I haven't been updating you for that much. As I said, it's day 4 today. We had an amazing rabbit stifado today with some other friends of the family. A typical Sunday gathering. And it's afternoon now. I think it's almost 5:30, 6 o'clock in the afternoon local time. And I am just enjoying my swim. I like swimming in the afternoon. It's just me and nobody else around, just me in the middle of the sea. And it's very relaxing. What else shall I say to you about what has happened in those 4 days? Well, me and my dad watched Liverpool against Crystal Palace yesterday. I managed to find a link which was showing the game live. So we sat at a table outside having a coffee and some fruit, and we watched Liverpool win 3-0, which is great. Unfortunately, I'm traveling next Saturday afternoon, I think, back to the UK, and I'm not sure whether I will be able to watch Liverpool play then, but we'll see. I have been eating, not massively like a typical Greek. I have been enjoying the homemade food. I have been thoroughly enjoying the fruit. This is another thing that I have missed. The taste, the sweet taste of the fruit in Greece. So normally, rather than having a big dinner like a typical Greek, I have been enjoying massive platters of whatever we can pick up here. Lots of figs, green and black, from a fig tree that grows in one of the houses here. Grapes, lovely melons, and peaches. Very nice peaches. And I think we had yesterday, did we? Yes. What do you call it? I forgot the word. See, I have cleared my mind so much that I have now forgot words. I will find them in some place anyway. So, what else have I been doing? I have been chilling. I have been just sitting outside and just watching the waves and the sea. And as far as my eye can see along the horizon, just nothing whatsoever. No planning for the future, no thinking of the past, just basically admiring the sea and taking in the waves. I will try to, in the next few days, to film myself enjoying my morning coffee, just to get an idea as to the view that I'm having while enjoying the coffee, and then you will realize what I'm talking about. Apart from that, I have been recording a lot of the recipes that we've been making here. They are not as detailed as the ones we're making in the UK, because in the UK we plan for them in advance, while here I am just filming while Tula, my dad's girlfriend, is making them, or when my dad is cooking. So it's basically I am the fly on the wall sort of thing. So I will try when I go to the UK and edit those videos to be as specific as possible in those recipes. Otherwise, just gonna end up watching a video and drooling over this delicious food that it's cooking. But yes, that's all for me at the moment, I think. I will try and film one of these videos, me outside walking by the beach or anything with the sunset behind me or something like that, making it a lot more cinematic, rather than watching me sort of in the middle of the sea as if I've just, been left after a big, ship going down in the sea, and you've been left in the middle of an ocean or something to fight with the waves. I think we'll make it a good movie as well. I don't know, maybe that's an idea.
Ακριβώς.
Έλα.
Γιατί που το άναψα, λέει να ολοκληρώσουμε τη ρύθμιση του υπολογιστή σας. Αυτό είναι.
Περίμενε. Good morning everyone, it's Stam at the Greekosophy channel again. I'm just gonna show you how I enjoy my mornings over here, because you need to see that. So basically this is my very own personal kind of living room on the first floor of the house, and this is my bedroom, a bit of untidy as you do when you're on holidays. However, in the morning I open this door here and I enjoy having a coffee. Whoops. Over here. And the sun is just about coming out now. This is the view from the balcony. You can get more chill out view than this. Having your coffee overlooking the coastline. So I guess now you realize what I say when I say chilling out, completely reboot. The sun in the background. I still haven't washed my face, by the way. I've just woken up, getting the coffee ready. But this is a great view, I think. What do you think?
I think you can just about, maybe, if you zoom, I don't know if I can zoom here, make my dad sitting outside of this house over there. But this is the beach. I think life exists along that way, and maybe a couple of kilometers that way you have more houses and maybe bars and stuff like that. The sea is a bit wavy today. It was calm in the morning, but a little bit of breeze this afternoon. It's not breezy, but most probably the microphone of the camera will catch even the slightest of breezes and make it sound like a hurricane. So apologies for that. I don't have the proper equipment to get rid of that noise. But it's been really warm, 30-31 degrees today, and I'm trying to avoid being under the sun. As a typical Greek, I prefer the shade, and as a Greek that has been living in the UK for more than 30 years, my skin has definitely gotten used to the British weather rather than the Greek weather, so I always use high factor protection, sunblock, at least in my first couple of weeks when I'm in Greece, otherwise I'll be in trouble. Let's see underneath. The bottom is very sandy as well, so whenever the sea is not as calm, it's not very clear as well. But this is perfect because the sun will be setting in maybe an hour's time. There was a great sunset yesterday. Great sunset. I didn't get to take a photo of it because I was enjoying some lovely grapes and things. But I thoroughly enjoy being in the water right now because the water is nice and warm. It's really calming. You can hear the waves crashing in the sand over there. You can hear the water splashing against me as well, so no other sound whatsoever apart of my voice and the sea. You cannot get any remote from that. And there's no any shark fins either. So all is fine. obviously we don't have any dangerous sharks in this, so that's fine. But I'm just saying it just in case the odd one escapes from the landing and comes here. At least it will be a hit on YouTube. A shark attacking some. That'll be a nice hit on YouTube.
So I think it's about time to show you where I'm staying in Greece, or where I have been staying for the first 10 days. As you can see in the background, you've already seen me, I think, swimming in the sea, and this is me now standing by the beach, and in front of me the sun is about to set, and the coast ahead of me is completely empty as the sun setting. I hope you can hear me fine, because I don't have a proper sort of microphone for the phone, so the slightest of breezes most probably will not make the sound very clear. So I hope you can hear the waves and my voice. So you can see I am like Robinson Crusoe, no one around but me. And this is the house where my dad and Tula, his other half, are spending their retirement days. But let's go near the sea. So let's take a walk outside the house. There's only a few meters walk there. Now these little spots over here, I've been told that there are turtles, you know, they're called, I think their type is called careta careta. They are known all over Greece, and around the summer months, for a few evenings, they come and lay their eggs in the beach. So you have to be careful. So here, this is where the spot where they laid their eggs, or one of them laid their eggs, her eggs. So they put this marker there so people don't go and step on them. And my dad said that it was only a few weeks ago, before I arrived, that the little turtles hatch from their eggs and start running all along and into the sea. Now, as you can see, the area here is very near to the beach, which means that there's a lot of salt and sand, which makes growing stuff and flowers and stuff very difficult. However, you know, when there's a will, there's a way. So let's open the gate. So my dad is a bit of a DIY master, so all this stone pavement you can see here, and the stone thing, space here for the flowers, he made it all by himself. So I love the cactuses here, and they have flowered as well, as you can see. I guess in this place these sort of plants are the ones that there's a lot of them are going to bloom as well. Now these little fellas here, they are all over the place, and they're called I don't know what the word is in English of this flower. I will put it on the screen of this video. Basically they grow for just a few days, but if you walk around in the evening, they emit such a beautiful scent. You don't miss it, basically. So there you go. So here we have more flowers, loads of basil, because lots of varieties of basil as well, because apparently basil keeps mosquitoes and other insects away. That's the idea, I guess. And here, if you want to sunbathe or having a drink and overlooking the sea, you can do that as well. There's my dad having some fruit, and as usual, this is Goldie. Goldie, hey, hey. Say hello. Say hello. So let's go towards the back. This is another space where if it gets too hot up front during midday, you can have a sit here. It's much more quiet and shady. So basically all you can see here, it's been done by hand, mostly by my dad. And this is the garden, still work in progress. But as you can see, this is one of my favorite flowers. I haven't got a clue where it is. If you know where it is, you can put it on comments. There you go. Makes a really beautiful flowers, and it's got some sort of blackberry type of fruit. So this is basil as well. This is some more basil. This is the Italian style flat leaf basil. And we have some population of cats as well. Say hello. And those ones here. So let's walk down. Now this here, I have one in the UK, this sort of flower. It's sort of a succulent category, but look how tall it's grown over here. And for the life of me, I cannot get it to grow not as near as a third of that in the UK. So some more here. So I'm not a gardener, so apologies if I don't tell you exactly what each flower is. Okay. However, the space to plant some more trees. I know that we have, well, they have here 3 olive trees. There's one that apparently this year produced a few olives, so as they grow they produce more. And there's 2 more, this one here and this one there, and they've got some trees as well. I cannot say what these are, but I know for a fact that they are making some peach trees and some mandarin trees as well. So maybe one of them is the mandarin tree. Now if you can look over the fence here, Look at those sort of light red fruit over there. These can be eaten. They're very spiky. You have to clean them very carefully, but they're very spiky. Now, I don't know if you can hear. My dad is keeping chickens in there, so they have fresh eggs every day and meat as well. And over here, all this covered space, it's his little greenhouse garden, which he grows plenty of vegetables. There's, you know, during the summer especially, they don't need to buy anything from the outside. So I'm just gonna try and go inside, just to give you a quick tour. Obviously, it's not as full as it used to be in the summer, because now it's, you know, the winter plants most probably are gonna go. But there you go. I can see still a tomato plant there. I think those could be spring onions. Plenty of aloe vera plants, as you can see there, and very big as well. Look at them over there. This looks like either a beetroot or one of those red cabbages. Not sure which one is which, but let's go further in. He's still being. Those over there in the background used to be the where the beans used to be. So here's a lemon tree, still young, but it still has loads and loads of lemons. Look at that. There, a few, and over here a few as well, and there are the chickens. Hello, chickens. Hello. They say hello, I think. So the greenhouse is straight ahead. My camera is playing up a bit, so apologies for the shots that I'm making are not Hollywood ones. So this is like a greenhouse. Wow. There you go. As I said, it's slightly empty now, but this is obviously the crop to come. When you come at the start of the summer here, it's green, full of green. My dad keeps on uploading photos every day during the summer. He comes in the morning and picks up loads and loads of everything. Courgettes, aubergines, tomatoes, peppers. Look at this, by the way. Look at this big plant over here with the white blooms. This is lemon verbena. Verbena, I don't know how you call it. It's called Louisa in Greece. So yes, this is lemon verbena. You know the leaves, you dry them and you make a lovely relaxing tea. Look how big this plant is. If you like lemon verbena tea, you have a whole lot of tea leaves over here to have. Oh, and here's some peppers, sort of growing at the moment over here. There you go. So yes, as I was saying, during the summer he puts up photos of everything: courgettes, lettuce, the lot. Ναι, έρχομαι. Right, I've been called because the sun is about to set. So this is a great opportunity to see the sunset from this place here. Hello, cat. So I'm rushing as fast as I can. There's wood for the fireplace in the winter. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
A big swimming pool here, but it's quite deep, and because of the big waves, I'm not going far out. I'm just staying by the shore. Η θάλασσα είναι excuse me, ούτε ζεστή ούτε κρύα.
Τέλεια, the right temperature.
Τέλεια, δροσερή. Just the right temperature. Must be about 25 here. 20, 21.
About 20, yeah.
About 20 degrees in the water. But we have waves today. But we last a couple of days because of cooking and going out. Yesterday, the day before. But today, we're going to be for about an hour, and then if it's okay in the afternoon, we'll be there in the afternoon. We'll be here in the afternoon again.
It's such a hard life, guys.
Yeah. That's why I say I live in paradise.
I have lost track of time here. Don't know what day it is, what time it is. I have to check soon, otherwise I'm gonna miss my flight back to the UK.
He's leaving tomorrow.
The day after tomorrow for...
No, he's leaving for UK the day after, but he's leaving us here tomorrow, and he goes to see some aunts in another city, which is far out, about 5-6 hours from here. And then he's taken off on
Saturday night, yes.
But he really enjoyed himself here.
Oh, yes.
Didn't you? Eh?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Ωραία, ωραία. Πολύ ωραία. Πολύ ωραία. Βέβαια την παραλία μας δεν την έχει κανένας. Καλώς σημαδές, αλλά έχει μικρό λιμανάκι.
Και πέτρες.
Εδώ έχουμε τεράστια παραλία να κολυμπάνε 10 άτομα.
Μόνο 10.
Τι 10.000 άτομα.
Μόνο 10.
Hello everybody. Day 6 of my trip to Greece. Only 4 days to go to my return to the UK. I am slightly out of breath because I've been swimming up and down for the past, I don't know. I've lost track of time here. It's almost midday. The sun is up, obviously. Slightly, I don't know if you can see it. A slight sort of light cloud in a bit of spots. The temperature at the moment is about 24-25 degrees. We expect to have about 30 to 31. But it's a nice temperature in Greece. It's dry heat, so it's not humid like you have in the UK. So 29-30 feels nice. I'm slightly out of breath because of the swimming, so apologies for that. I'm just feeling super calm, super chilled. I just feel not to do anything. I let the water carry me
to the shore. I don't have anything else to report from you apart from yesterday we had some great news. One of my dad's hens hatched 3 little chicks, so we moved them to a separate area to be alone with their mother, away from the rest of the hens. They're very cute, so I'm gonna film them later on this afternoon. The mother obviously is overprotective of them, so I'm not just gonna go barging in. I'm just gonna take my camera from a little distance and film them, so you can have a look as well. They're very cute. 2 of them dark brown color, 1 of them sort of yellowish to cream. Very nice. The sun is in my eyes right now, so apologies for this. Maybe if I turn here so you can see a bit of the background. Very calm waters this morning. The sea sort of keeps on calling you, you know, and the water is just amazing. The temperature is just right. You don't want to get out of here. You just want to just relax, not even attempt to swim, and you just fall asleep in the sea. And it's so lovely and it's so nice. My dad and Tula, very soon I'm gonna be coming out, and we're gonna be cooking today. Not anything much. We're gonna do chicken wings with some marinade, and we're just gonna open the fridge and empty all the leftovers from the previous days. There's quite a lot of variety. There's salads, there's potato salads, there's rice, some of the chicken as well left. We might do some greens as well, and obviously we're gonna grill, I think, the chicken wings. So I'm just gonna be filming them as well, keeping you up to date with some recipes. They're coming out of the sea, so most probably I better go if I am gonna record anything of those dishes. I really don't want to come out of the sea right now, but I am sacrificing myself for you guys, so you can see some Greek recipes. I cannot say that the chicken wings are a traditional Greek recipe, but they are delicious as well. I've had them before. My dad really makes some really good chicken wings, and they have been marinated in the fridge now for like 2-3 days, so they're gonna be oh so nice. So I am slowly moving to the shore. I could do with another couple of hours in here, but that's okay. I can always come back in the afternoon for my second swim of the day. Nothing else to report, guys. I'm just relaxing, really. As I said, I've lost track of how many days I've spent here, and I had to check last night my calendar on the phone just to make sure that it's not already time to go to the UK. I have 4 days, but the time has just flown by. 10 days is simply not long enough to spend in Greece, but so far 6 days of pure relaxation, so I'm already feeling really ready to you know, face everything that I have to face in the UK, whether that's work, you know, commitments, etc. Oh yes, tonight we're gonna watch with my dad Liverpool playing in the EPL Cup against Norwich. It's gonna be quite late. It's gonna be, I think, 9:45 local time, and my dad normally goes to sleep at 10, but he liked watching Liverpool the other day, so he has said he's gonna stay until midnight to watch it with me. So internet connection permitting, we're just gonna be watching it with interest and celebrating Liverpool going through to the next round, of course. And I'm gonna celebrate it with a big dip in the sea tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning I'm gonna be packing my bag for the second leg of my trip. I'm gonna take the coach back to Athens, and then another coach to the island of Evia and the city of Chalkida, where I was originally born. Because all my mom's family, some of my dad's, live there. So I have to meet I have to meet. I will meet. I want to meet them. Otherwise, I'm not forced to meet them. I will meet them. I have to meet. I will meet Vasu, my dad's sister, and she called me this morning to find out what she would like to cook for me. Typical Greek question, but I said whatever you cook for me, I will eat it. So I don't want them getting out of their way for me. And of course, I'm gonna be staying in one of my other aunties, my mom's aunt, Kula, and that's where my cousin George lives and his family. So they are taking me out on Friday evening for something light to it. So prepare to see some big feast. And I will try also to meet my other uncle, Mimis, which is my mother's brother as well. He lives in a village outside Halkida, but he's traveling a bit on business. So I don't know if I'm gonna make the time, because on Saturday I'm flying back to the UK, and although the flight is in the evening, I really need to be in Athens with some hours in advance, just in case they need to be testing, etc. So if I don't see Mimis on this trip, I'm hoping to be visiting Greece again, well, as I said, for Christmas to Crete, but I'm coming back to the Evia Islands Easter time. So I'm going to be spending 2 weeks during Easter time, so I'm going to be sitting there. But until then, I think it's time for me to go and start drying up and videotaping the food. I'm hungry already. Bye-bye, see for now.
So the chicken is ready, the sauce is ready. The table is ready.
Ξέρω ό,τι θέλω. Όχι, εγώ θέλω κόκκινο. Όχι. Μια μπύρα φέρε εμένα και το σταμάτη.
Αφού είναι μπύρα.
Ναι. Κάτσε να βρω τη σαλάτα, δεν θέλω.
I'm just going to show you the... Oh, there it is. This is the sauce. Lovely. To go with the chicken wings. Okay guys, I am not gonna film while I'm eating because I'm hungry and I don't want to make you jealous. So I'm gonna stop here. Bon appetit.
Για πρώτη φορά δεν πετάξαμε τότε.
Ναι, καθόλου. Ωραία. Ο ήλιος λάμπει απόψε. Τον είδες τι ωραία πάει να πέσει. πουλήσεις.
Άμα τον πούλαγα θα παίρνω άλλο, επί τόπου.
Ναι, αλλά...
Όχι, βάλαμε έτσι δοκιμαστικά το βάλαμε το αυτοκίνητο. 70.000 χιλιόμετρα το έχω κάνει.
Ωραίο είναι.
Κατερίνα,
Ναι, ναι, ένα-ένα, γιατί αδειάζει.
Έλα Κατερίνα, όρμα του.
Πάρε,
Βρε, όρμα
κάνε
του
τη
να
δουλειά
δοχέ,
σου.
όρμα του να δοχέ.
Α, να δεις και αρή.
Δεν το χρειάζεται να το δείχνεις. Δεν είμαστε στο καλυστή.
Α, μπράβο.
Τον έχει φτιάξει μόνο.
Αυτόν.
Τον έχει φτιάξει. Τι άλλο θες ρε? Ένα επί 20 κιλού, ναι, έγινε.
Αυτό το μαχαίρι.
Ή αυτό ή αυτό όλα κόβουνε. Πρόσεχε το μανίκι να μην το κάνεις όλη ντομάτα.
Λες?
Καλά είσαι.
Σταμάτη δεν με βολεύει. Και ολόκληρο, το παίρνεις.
Εννοείται. Τους μάθουμε να κόβουν και χταπόδι.
Άμα δεν έχουν χταπόδι, πώς να μάθουν να το κόβουν.
Όταν θα έρχονται στην Ελλάδα,
Α, ναι,
να μάθουν
ναι.
να κόβουν. Δεν κόβουν το χέρι όταν είναι στα κοφέτα.
Έλα και δεν το κόβουμε όλο για να μην κρυώσει.
Δεν σαν πέφτει καθόλου.
Εγώ το μήνυ αν δεν βάλω το γυαλί δεν βλέπω.
Δεν πέφτει.
Ρε
εσύ προσπαθούσε ανάποδα ρε.
Καλή.
Μετά αυτό.
Ναι.
Πιάνει 50 με 60 ευρώ και το χειμώνα δεν πάει κανένα στο 20-30.
Ωραία, τώρα το χειμώνα θέλω εγώ. 20-30. Φέρε 3. Να τους βάλω εγώ στην κατάψυξη που λέει ο λόγος. Και θυμάμαι τη μάνα του που τους μαγείρευε. Σταμάτη να την μπουκώσω κιόλας.
Όρμα.
Να με πάρεις.
Όρμα. Α, αυτά είναι.
Πάρτε κι εσύ.
Ναι.
Το βγάλατε.
Ναι.
Τα βγαλές και τα 3.
Βεβαίως.
Πότε θα...
Και κύριοι, είμαστε ζωντανά στη Φακίδα.
Α, τραβάει τώρα.
Ναι. Για να δούμε.
Πες για Λόλα.
Θα βγει στα κανάλια.
Λόλα. Τι γίνεται Λόλα?
Λόλα, είσαι influencer.
Να τι.
Χάρηκε.
Θα με δει η Ελισάβετ στην Αγγλία.
Ναι. Θα συζητήσει η Ελισάβετ. Θα σου πει, σου δίνω να σε κάνω λόρδο. Πώς το λένε?
Στο τροπικομάτικο. Ναι, απλώς είμαι ακόμα και να δεν το κάνω.
Ναι, σήμερα θα γίνει δημοφιλής.
Σε όλα.
Ευχαριστούμε.
Όλα.
Αχ, εδώ θέλει ξύδι, ξέχασα.
Ναι, θα το ζητήσουμε τώρα. Ελένη μου.
Να το σιωπείτε.
Ελένη.
Άμα πέρασε.
Ρε αγάπη, μας δίνεις το λαγόξιδο. Άμα θέλεις βέβαια.
Πάνω απ' όλα.
Εννοείται άμα θέλεις.
Πώς κιλάει αυτό το κρασί ρε?
Σταμάτη,
Πως χαρίζω τα πόδι λέει.
Σταμάτη, γιατί δεν βγάζεις τα φλούδια να σου βάλουμε.
Ρε μανία με το Σταμάτη, θα αλλάξω όνομα.
Ελένη.
Κάνει δουλειά σου.
Δεν έφερε μια μεγάλη πιατέλα μου.
Ναι, και εγώ
Θα
προσθέτω.
πάρουμε λίγο που θέλει ψωμάκι να μου ζητήσει. Όπως θέλει ψωμάκι να μου ζητήσει. Ευχαριστώ.
Επεισόδιο για το ταξίδι μου στην Ελλάδα.
Ωραία. Μετά θα ανεβάσει και άδεια, θα βάλεις φωτογραφία γεμάτα και θα βρούμε τις διαφορές. Θα βρούμε τις διαφορές. Και μια φορά έρχεται μια κοπέλα, τρώγαμε εκεί.
το ένα με το δύο.
Το
Ναι, ρε
καρότο
φίλε.
πρέπει να είναι αλλού,
Φαίνεται
Το
υπέροχο.
καρότο πρέπει να είναι ζημιά.
Τι?
Εντάξει, το αλάτι πάει στα κομμάτια που δεν έχει πιπέρια και τέτοια.
Και εγώ έλεγα να ανοίξω ένα μπουκάλι κρασί για πάρτσο, θα το πεις μόνη σου. Γιατί τέτοιο ίδιο.
Το ίδιο,
Ναι.
Θα το...
Κυρίες και κύριοι, όπως βλέπετε εδώ στην Ελλάδα, τρώμε λιτά, γιατί είναι
Λιτά.
βράδυ.
Γιατί είναι βράδυ.
Ναι, λίγα πράγματα.
Τώρα παιδί μου ψάχνω καρότο,
Να μην
περίμενε.
βάλεις στα μαχιά σου με το βράδυ. Συνοδευμένα πάντοτε με τσάι.
Δεν ψάχνω.
Να το τσάι μου,
Αϊστή.
τσάι βουνού.
Αυτό είναι τεπώνει να βράζω. Δεν μπορώ να κάνω.
Ασπιρίνη έχω βγάλει, λέει.
Αυτό το φωτισμό είναι εντάξει. Τώρα ζωή, τώρα καθόλου. Τώρα Λόλα.
Αυτό το πήρες αυτό.
Τα πιάτα άδεια θα είναι.
Μαλακουζάκι, ξέρω.
Έχω κάνει Spider-Man, εδώ Batman.
Και όπως βλέπετε τα πιάτα άδειασαν.
Τα πιάτα από κάπου χάνουνε τη ζουμιά.
Αυτό το κρασί το σπάει κάτω το γάμι. Ενώ σαν πρωτεΐνη πάει κάτω.
Τυρί είναι αυτό.
Η Δευτέρα έχει 3 ώρες προπόνηση.